Hello and welcome back to Thoughts, Feelings, Emotions. We are apparently the fourth best emotional podcast on the internet.
Of 2022.
Even though we don't talk about anything. Yeah, wait, what? 2022?
My brain hurts. We are not fit to be emotional support counselors.
According to Player FM, we are the fourth best emotional podcast, even though we are not an emotional support podcast and we do not claim to be. But welcome back anyway.
And we're not even the best of any podcast.
Nah,
We've switched hosts around twice.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm your host, Dan Weller, and I'm joined, as always, with our excellent co-host, Danny Frankham.
Sup?
It's going well. Let's start the podcast off, as always, with what the F have you been up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to? You've been having a good old time, being rated fourth best podcast for emotional support.
It's great honor to have that. We only came across it about 10 minutes ago.
Have you noticed we only got it after you became host, so it's quite a good change of pace? Clearly, I wasn't a good enough host to be.
I'm a very good host, clearly. I've not been doing much. I mean, a few weeks ago, I did mention I've been playing Watch Dogs, and I haven't played it since I mentioned it last. So, moving on.
Clearly a gripping story and a solid
It's just
investment.
Cold War. Cold War's taking it over for me, really. Moving on, watch Mandalorian Season 4.
Season 4 is well ahead. Dan, you've been time traveling?
22, I thought we said,
Did
right?
you take our last episode of What's the Best Superpower and take time travel and then go into the future to watch Season 4?
Yeah, I wanted to prove that time travel was the best one.
Yeah, no, Dan, it's still being rich. Get over it.
Anyway, what did you make of Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5?
I actually really enjoyed this one.
I did too, and it's good that they've actually sort of connected it with Clone Wars now.
Yeah, I mean, I have no attachment to Clone Wars, and I kind of don't care about Ahsoka, but they kind of made me like go, oh yeah, she's pretty badass, and I may or may not eventually ever go back and watch Clone Wars and Rebels and whatnot.
Yeah, I won't. It's too much.
But I just
time,
like those stealth sequences with the beginning bit.
It was very good, very well done. We now know Baby Yoda's name. Goku.
Yeah, Grugog or
Grugog.
Grugu or something. I was expecting Groda.
Oh, that'd be better. I should have done that.
Groda or Google.
Google. What is it called? Google.
I don't know. I was just kind of surprised. It's such a dumb name.
It could be better, but
Yeah, I mean, there's this build up and then just kind of go, oh, his name's Grugel.
like, oh, okay, he's got a name.
Yeah.
I know that.
It's nice that he can talk somewhat in his head.
No, he can think. He can't talk.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said in his head, Dan.
Okay, moving on. What else you been up to?
I've been watching. I've been watching Russell Howard's Good News because he uploads his stuff to YouTube, and if you're in America, you can watch it for free. And it's region locked, so I've been using a VPN to switch to America to watch it on YouTube, and then he had an interview with Matthew McConaughey about his new book, and it's a very interesting, like, deep dive into like both their philosophies on life, and just apparently Matthew McConaughey had a wet dream and went to Africa, and then because of it, and it was just a very strange thing, but it's a very interesting thing that he can explain, and also they comment on how he can say pretty much anything because of his voice. And it's like the Texan drawl makes anything sound sexy, and then it's just like if you were British, it would just be like, "Oh, fucking suck him out, dick." Had a wet dream and I went to Africa, and it's just like, yeah.
I haven't seen Russell Howard for ages. I have got them all recorded right now, but I just need to go through them all.
Yeah, he's got a stand-up special on Netflix, which is really good.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a check out if anyone hasn't seen him. He's a really good British comedian. He's my favorite comedian, pretty much.
And his parents live near me.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a fun fact. Russell Howard's parents live somewhat near me.
Yeah, I've shut down Windows, fuck.
You shut down Windows? That's not a good
No. I shut down, like, the Windows tabs of things. I hit the fucking button that closes everything. So I just went panicked and thought I shut everything off.
Yeah.
Stopped recording.
And last week, you mentioned you got God 4. How's that been going?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy it. It's a very pretty game, and it's a very fun just slash 'em. I finally got Mike to play it, so I actually have someone to play now.
You got him off Minecraft then?
No, but I only got him off when he was free and wasn't playing with other people.
Right, okay. Of course,
Still don't
Minecraft
understand.
is the most superior game of them all.
Yeah,
And it's definitely worth buying.
RTX on and ray tracing and
Yeah.
whatnot in Minecraft. Gotta go to get that 120 hertz refresh rate on Minecraft.
And it's definitely worth buying a new console for Minecraft.
Yep, especially seeing as he's playing the PS4 version as well,
Exactly.
which he's doing with Cold War as well, because the PlayStation 5 doesn't auto go to PlayStation 5 for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Versions.
We talked about this last week, so if you missed it, go check it out.
Yep. Subtle
Yeah.
plugs, Dan. Subtle plugs.
So the plugs, that's all we need.
But that's about it. I have a story about trying to sell a foldable phone to someone on eBay, which
Yes, because a few weeks ago you mentioned about getting your foldable phone free with your TV,
yep.
and then you don't want.
Well, I don't need it. Is the more
Yeah, you've got an S20 Ultra, right?
yeah, I've got an S20 Ultra, and the foldable phone that I do want is the one that opens out, not clamshells.
Yeah, so you don't want the Z Flip.
I want a bigger screen rather than a flappy, clappy, cunty phone.
Yeah. So how's the selling going?
So, long story short, I was potentially scammed.
You're potentially scammed.
Well, what happened was I sold the phone. I get a message from the person who bought the phone. It was around 600 quid that it was sold for. I get an email going, "Oh, can you post it out as soon as possible because I want to get it." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I can. I'm still working at the week, so when I'll probably send it off to the weekend, and you know, if you can just wait a bit, I'll get it sent out to you." And then it's like, "Oh no, could you send it out the next couple days, like within like 2 days or so, because I really need it because I don't want to miss the holiday rush and blah 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 blah." And then I go, "Okay, yeah, I'll make arrangements to get someone to go post it for you." So I get around to it, and I get someone to go post it for me, and then I get an email from eBay going, "This account is a scam account, and it's been locked out of being able to use eBay services." And I was just like, "Oh shit, I've gone and sent someone to go send my phone away and post it, and they've literally just put it in the post office and paid for the postage, and it's about to be sent." So I ring up the person and politely go, "Can you go back to the post office to ask for my parcel back before it gets sent out?" And then they get there and the post office is closed.
Oh,
so because I have such a wonderful person who went and did this for me, they stood around outside the post office hoping that someone was still inside, like a manager or something, to go and ask them if they could do it. And thankfully, there was someone still in the post office, and they explained the situation to them, and they went, "Oh," and went and got my phone back before it got sent out.
They're very lucky.
Yes, because they'd been shut for an hour.
Well then, so lesson learned. Don't trust the people on eBay.
Yeah, I've this is the first time I've tried to sell on anything on Amazon since the last time, not Amazon, eBay, since the last time I tried to sell on eBay, like 5 years ago. And guess what happened to me 5 years ago? I
You
got
scammed.
well, I got someone to buy a thing, and then just it turned out to be a scam. But I hadn't sent anything that time. And it was just like,
okay, yeah.
is
I suppose you don't want to send your like £1,500 phone,
1,200, I think,
£1,200 phone.
but it was like half the value because it's been sold. But it's still more money than I'd get from selling it to like any resellers. Like they're trying to buy it for like 300 and
What?
something. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. They try and buy it off you for 300 and then upscale it to 620, and it's just like, I could just sell it for 600 and get the money back. And
Have you
that's just-
tried like Facebook Marketplace?
I don't trust Facebook Marketplace. Like I could fucking.
It must be
throw-
better than eBay.
I don't think it could be, because Facebook's a scummy place to begin with, and I just don't trust people who are buying off Facebook Marketplace. But then I'm like, I'll be like, eBay is a good place to go, even though I've been like, it's just full of scammers, and I just think eBay is just scammers buying off scammers to scam scammers, because I don't think any normal person sells on eBay.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, that's what happened to me this week.
So you've had an eventful week then.
It was very interesting. I was like, well, now I've got to try and resell it again. And I was just like, well, that's great.
But you're not the only person who's at an event for weeks this week. I have found 4 topics going into our next section of the Weird, Wacky, Wonderful World. Are you ready? So the first one is a policeman has been sacked after scanning carrots to buy donuts.
Yeah, well, that's ironic.
So a policeman who scanned a barcode for carrots worth 7p to purchase a £10 box of Krispy Kreme donuts has been sacked for gross misconduct. Fair enough. I mean, he did technically steal.
It could have been worse. He could have tried to do that with the new PlayStation 5, because like that kid who tried to like scanned a PS4 through on the self checkout for like a bag of potatoes or something.
Yeah. Although Constable Simon Red told a disciplinary panel he had made an honest mistake at the self-service checkouts.
Ah, yes, the vegetable, the donut. You know when you click on those self-service checkout things and it's the box and it's vegetables or confectionery. You always hit the confectionery thing to get your vegetables, or you go your vegetables to get your confectionery items. They trick you. They try and swap it round, but they have the wrong image, and it's just like
And the apparently was in a Tesco Extra at Wisbech in Cambridgeshire. The panel found his version of events was lacking in credibility. Since the incident, the officer had received prank calls offering him donuts.
I bet he's taken them.
Welcome back to United Kingdom, people.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
The next title is Grow Your Own Human Steaks is Not Cannibalism.
Huh. Well, I'm glad we answered that question.
There you go. So a DIY meal kit for growing steaks made from human cells has been nominated for Design of the Year by Design Museum. The current hypothetical kit would allow customers to use their own cells to grow miniature human steaks. People think that eating oneself is cannibalism, which technically this is not.
Did you know if you feed a cow to a cow, it causes mad cow disease?
I did know that, yes.
Yeah. That's always been fascinating to me, because I'm just like, that's...
Well, not supposed to eat cows, funny enough.
Well, we're not meant to drink cow's milk, because it's not part of our digestive system. That's why people have lactose intolerance.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, we're not meant to eat other animals' stuff, but it's so delicious.
Very tasty.
Well, it's the fucking thing about spices. It's like, these are natural deterrents for animals and shit to stop eating them, and we use them to spice up our food. It's just the dumbest fucking
It's very
human
obvious
thing.
at this point. The human race just doesn't care, and they do what they want. I mean,
if we
have
found
you seen
alien life,
anti-vaxxers?
we'd cut it up and eat it.
That's true. Have you seen anti-vaxxers as well? You know, things that make you safer, and then they choose to not do it.
Yeah. Well, the good news on the vaccine front, there's apparently like 3 in the work that are all like 90%
It's true, and
effective.
it's costing many, many monies.
Mm.
Moving on. So cold zombie minks rise from graves in Denmark.
What? Oh, is the minx a cat?
Yeah, it's like a cat-like thing. So the body of minks is cold in Denmark due to the pandemic are rising from the mass graves. More than 100 million of the furry creatures were killed when a vaccine-resistant mutation of COVID-19 broke out.
Oh, yeah,
farms.
I heard about that.
Now, thanks to gases released during the decaying process, the minks have expanded and pushed out of the ground. One Twitter user wrote that the 2020 is the year of the zombie mutant killer minks.
It's that Pet Cemetery film, isn't it? Where the cat gets buried in a graveyard that's haunted, and then I can't remember. I think it's that. It's just like, fuck, man. It's just, imagine that. You're just going for, if it's like a park or something like cemetery, and you're just walking through, and then just all these fucking minks rise from the grave.
You'd be terrified. You'd start running away. All right, because you're getting chased by 10 million minkses.
I don't think you're getting chased, but they're all just popping up. Or if they're filling up like balloons and then exploding, and they're just going whizzing around.
Yes, it's a very terrifying experience. Welcome to 2020, people. If you're unaware of the the chaos that this year has caused, we now have zombies.
2020 has just been a weird world with already. Like,
We can't wait for 2021. It can't
in
get any weirder.
headliners, we've got some weird stuff coming up as well. It's just like, what the fuck?
And I've arguably saved the best title for last, which is a gymnast has fled North Korea by vaulting over the border. And this is brilliant. A gymnast in North Korea escaped to the south by vaulting himself over the border barricades without triggering any sensors. Which he was, when he was eventually caught, the authorities were so stunned by his method that they asked him to demonstrate it. According to the BBC's Seoul correspondence, the border zone is 2.5 miles wide and 160 miles long, and is mined along the entire length. So somehow he vaulted over that.
Is he a pole vault? One of those people with the long poles, and he just got like the bodies of all his dead family and tied them together and made a long.
What, 2.5 miles?
No, it's that long, but it's not like.
No, it's 2.5 miles wide.
What?
It's 160 miles long.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
The border zone is 2.5 miles wide.
Yeah, but I'd imagine I don't think he's vaulting over it that like. I think
imagine
there's just
somehow he's pole vaulted over one of the walls and then like kind of just kept pole vaulting.
I imagine it's a wall and then just dead land where there's just a bunch of mines and then there's another wall.
Yeah.
So I imagine he's pole vaulted over that and then he's run away, tried not to step on a landmine, and then gone to another wall and just gone, whoop, and then boom.
So there you go. That's the weird, wacky, and wonderful world that we live in. Moving on to the headliners, the biggest and latest topics of the week to shiver you to the bones.
Shiver you to the bones. What? This isn't our Halloween episode, Dan.
So the
that
same
was like
amount
2
as
weeks
zombie
ago.
Minks is. Our first topic we have is Ryan Reynolds as being cool.
Yep. Ryan Reynolds has basically gone and recorded over 400 videos for in-crew family members and pets because he's filming a film for Netflix with The Rock and Gal Gadot, and they basically have been stuck. Like all the cast and crew have been stuck in a hotel whilst filming, and so Ryan Reynolds decided to record over 400 videos to send to the family so that they had some entertainment whilst their family members weren't with them, which is just nice.
He's a nice man, and he loves just doing random stuff like that.
And buying companies. He
And
just
buying
loves to buy
foot
a
clubs.
company. Yeah. And Wi-Fi companies, and phone companies, and gin companies, and just anything, really.
That man has no limit. He will
That man
do
has
what
a-
he wants.
Yeah. He'll just be in any film.
Yeah, and if he wants Deadpool to be a film, he will push for Deadpool to be a film.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Deadpool 3. It's found a writer in the people who made Bob's Burgers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I want to see how Disney actually incorporates an R-rated product into their line.
Supposedly it will be R-rated, but, I still have my doubts.
I'll see it when I see it.
Yeah,
I have seen some
same.
cool fan posters made of it where the free in Deadpool is like rotated back on itself and it's like dropping off the sign. You know?
That sounds cool.
DE and then it drops down and it's backwards and it's a free. And then
Right,
it's
yeah. I think like 3 is on the edge of it, just dropping down, as if it was never going to happen.
No, but it's the title. It's Deadpool and then the free and dead.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Backwards, or the E is back dead. Is bleh, words are hard.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's nice that kind of celebrities like that are doing sort of nice things to people during this COVID and stuff.
Yeah, you don't see The Rock doing that, and he's in that film.
It's very uncommon.
You don't see Gal Gadot singing whatever that song she sang at the beginning of COVID with all her celebrity mates going, "We can get through this together," and it's really cringy to all the family members. Do you remember that at the beginning of COVID where Gal Gadot sang that song? And
I don't remember that.
it was real cringy. She basically got a bunch of celebrities to sing out of tune. One of I can't remember whose song it was. I think it was Imagine or something. And it was just like, "We can get through this together, guys. We're singing you a song. Look at our fucking millionaire mansions that we're like you. We're
Yeah,
just
well,
stuck
like you.
inside $1 million
We can
mansions.
afford £1 million of healthcare that you can't, but we're just like you. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if we're more likely to survive it.
And we've got nice houses to live in. We're not living in a 4-bedroom, like a 1-bedroom apartment with 4 other people. We're living in multi-story.
Yeah, and it's not like if we get fed up people we live with, we can just go to another side of the house and we'd have to see them.
And if we want to go for walks in the countryside, we own the countryside that we live in. There's just these celebrities walking around in their massive gardens that are like football stadiums, and it's just like, wow, okay, cool, thanks. We real appreciate you. And they can't sing in tune, and it's bad. And some of these people were singers, and it's just like, you can't sing in tune to the song.
Well, talking about people who have money, YouTube ads are now going to be start showing on any video, if it's monetized or not.
Yeah, and this is going to cause advertisers to run away, because YouTube's had problems in the past with advertisements appearing on videos that aren't advertiser friendly, and that's why you then got the bump up in how many subscribers in the YouTube partner program getting reshuffled around so that ads only play on specific videos that get specific amounts of views, and specific channels with specific numbers of daily views and whatnot and stuff like that. And so this is them just going, nah, we're going to backtrack on all of that and go, hey, we're just going to start playing ads on every video, and no one who gets these ads, who isn't a YouTube partner, gets any money.
Yeah, so we get
even
more
if
money,
you're getting ads.
and you get less money,
Yeah.
and everyone gets pissed off, but we don't care because we've got more money.
And also, people don't like ads and will skip ads and stop watching videos because an ad plays in front of their videos. So we're going to limit how many people actually want to watch people's videos.
I am noticing more and more, there's more and more ads that are getting played on YouTube.
I don't notice them because I have premium. And
yeah,
I don't
but
have
I'm
ads.
cheapskate and I don't like paying for stuff.
It's worth it just for the ads and the downloadable videos.
I don't think I watch YouTube enough.
I
Right.
do. My entire primary source of entertainment comes from YouTube, and then Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus are like second. And then I haven't watched standard television in about 5 years, 6 years. I just dropped off.
I mean, for people in the United States, you won't know this, but we have a TV license over here, which is a scam from the government.
Yep. We have to
trying to
pay
make
for
us
it
pay
to
money.
get. Yeah, and no one wants it, and they've tried to enforce it even stricter now, where if you have an internet connection and you're trying to stream stuff, you have to have a TV license to watch streaming stuff, and it's just like, no.
No, not only if it's being broadcast on TV live at the same time.
Yeah, which is still stupid.
It's only to watch live content. But if you watch live content from another country in the UK, you need a TV license to do it.
Did you see that Amazon had a problem with Ireland for trying to stream sports? Because apparently Northern Ireland isn't a part of the UK, which it is, but the Northern Irish streaming rights weren't in on the Amazon thing. So whenever they were trying to watch like a rugby match, I think, and it was like, this Northern Irish team is playing, but the Irish people can't watch it because they don't have the license, because Amazon didn't get the license for Northern Ireland. But then the Twitter account was like, oh, you're not a part of the UK, and it caused a massive like a piss take, because Irish people hate the fact that they don't get recognized as part of the UK, and then Ireland also hates the fact that they want to be associated with the UK.
Yeah, it's a very sort of strange situation with Northern Ireland and Ireland.
Yeah, and it's
There's
just like
history
Amazon has stated that you are not part of the UK, Northern Ireland, so
because Northern Ireland don't want to leave the UK, they like being part of the UK.
yeah. And then Ireland hates us.
Yeah.
And Scotland hates us. And Wales hates us. Everyone just hates us. Because we're a shit country.
Everyone just hates the British, but at the same point, everyone wants to come to England.
Yeah, because we have the actual stuff that people want to see.
Yeah, so it's kind of a weird, strange situation. But
Yeah.
I think we should avoid going even deeper into this topic.
Nah.
could
Let's go
stir
on to
up
an even
some-
more controversial subject.
Could stir up
Fortnite's
some
getting
arguments.
subscriptions. So you can now pay a £10 subscription to get stuff.
Woohoo! Like, what do you want to buy more? Buy more Fortnite stuff. When was the last time you played Fortnite?
Season 1, 7 or whatever it was.
Chapter 1.7, right?
Chapter 1, 7 or whatever. When I dropped, when was it? It was,
It's about a year ago, 2 years ago.
yeah, I haven't played it
2 years ago now. Yeah.
at all since like a year. Whenever the last time I uploaded a video on it was.
Yeah.
And add 6 months to that, and then boom, that's how long ago I played it.
But it's kind of outrageous that a game has now got a monthly subscription. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't even know what it gives you. That's the thing. I think you just get skins.
You get skins, the battle pass, and you get 1,000 V-Bucks.
I mean, it certainly helps you save money in the long run. Oh, it's £7.99 in the UK. It's 10. So you get access to the game's current battle pass. Oh no, that's how much it is. It's £7.99 for the typical battle pass for 3 months, with an exclusive cosmetic pack and 1,000 V-Bucks.
Yeah. So can you think of any other games that actually have a subscription to them?
Well, they have battle passes, which are technically
That's not a subscription.
It is technically a subscription because you continuously pay every time. It's not a monthly
it's your
subscription.
choice. You have to actively go and buy it. A subscription is when something's like direct debit is taken out of your money. You sign up for it, and then it's taken away. It's a bit of a difference.
Wow! They just pointed out it's more than Netflix and Disney Plus.
You pay Fortnite more than you pay Disney Plus.
I mean, for a kid, maybe. But you do get exclusive skins, Dan, and the skin I'm looking at is the Galaxy skin, but with tits. And some
Makes
stars over the
everything
tits.
way
And
better.
some pink hair. And a unicorn. Hammer with the earth exploding on the bottom of the hammer. Or pickaxe.
It sounds so worth it. £120 for that? I would take it.
Yeah. Also, you get access to exclusive stuff on the, like, Marvel events and shit.
That is a bit mental. Doing subscriptions. I don't agree with subscriptions in games. Why is everything moving to subscriptions now?
Because it's very expensive to make video games, and people don't want to pay 60 or 70 quid to actually offset the costs.
The thing is, that's fine.
Yeah, but people don't want to pay 70 quid. People will happily not pay money and then pay money in the long run and not realize they're spending more money.
Well, £70 is a bit outrageous.
Yeah, but if you look at the actual cost of developing the game, it does make sense for the actual cost of the game to go up, especially when they're trying to make it graphically as good as possible. Games that aren't graphically good, like Among Us, yeah, cheap. Sure, keep them cheap. But like Spider-Man Miles Morales...
Miles Morales? What's that one?
Miles Morales. God damn it. Not Rick Moranis. Is like graphically the best looking game on PlayStation 5 at the moment. I mean, Godfall's pretty goddamn good as well. And Black Ops, Cold War and whatnot looking good.
Which one is it?
I don't know. God, I hate COD. COD's so bad at the moment. But yeah, like it's a balancing act because you got to make the games for a lot of money. Like every first-party PlayStation game costs over like 200 million or like 100 million, just in terms of like paying developers, paying artists, paying for staff and all that bollocks. And then you have the indie scene coming up and trying to charge lower prices for games that are then purposefully designed to be streamed to get popularity. And then but then you have the single-player games that are trying to are played once and then people can stream them and you lose all the story element because you basically watch someone play it and then you go, oh, I don't need to pay for it now.
Yeah, it's sort of an interesting kind of dynamic when you think about it. I suppose like a game like Fortnite, you can keep going back to it. I mean, I wouldn't exit the game.
Yeah, you keep create the viewpoint on it is that streaming content, you make the content yourself and other people make the content and then you create the content with other people's content, and it's never an like self-pleasuring sort of movement thing. And then single player games are kind of just a one and done thing, but you get a better experience from the single player game if it's a good one.
Yeah, but I'm just annoyed about everything going to subscription service. So there's now Google Pass.
Well, this is why I like Sony, because Sony keeps making single-player games. Microsoft's kind of dropped off and trying to make multiplayer games and stuff to try and jump into that crowd, which I think is why they bought Bethesda, so that they had a strong build-up of strong single-player campaign games.
Which makes sense, because they haven't really...
Yeah, they don't really have one anymore. because Gears is multiplayer, Halo's multiplayer most of the time. That's why people buy them, because they want to play the multiplayer stuff. And then Forza's multiplayer. Like, they don't have a strong narrative-focused game anymore, whereas Sony, for all their credit, keeps making single-player games for people who want to play single-player games, but they comes with a cost, is that the games are getting more expensive to make, and they need to offset that somehow.
I mean, I can justify console games being quite expensive because the consoles are relatively cheap for what they are.
Yeah, and they have to offset the cost of the console with the cost of the games.
Yeah, like £350 for the console for like what it has is very good.
Yeah,
I think
for a digital version.
normally it probably costs you about £500 or £600 for that in the PC.
Yeah.
So you have to make the money back somehow, and they make the money back in the controllers and the games,
And they get you
else.
tied into their service. Yeah,
So they get back eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the subscriptions, like Apple's got many subscriptions now.
Yeah, they
got 5, I
tried to
think.
bundle their subscriptions into one bundle, didn't they?
They've got Apple TV one, they've got Apple Music one, they've got Apple Games one.
Yeah, but they now have a subscription that you can pay to get all of them that's cheaper than buying all of them separately, I think.
Yeah, the thing is that's the idea behind it. Is like, oh,
Yeah.
you can pay more money to us and you get a little bit discount, but you probably wouldn't buy most of those.
Yeah, you wouldn't go, oh, I'll buy the Apple Games one because I don't play games on my phone. Or
Yeah, but you think like, oh, for the just peace of mind, I can do anything if I buy this. That's the idea behind it.
Yeah.
And I think the sad thing is, it's just that's the way things have to go. It's anyway, people like these companies can make money now.
Yeah, people don't have a lot of disposable income, so it's the Game Pass thing. It's like Sony's come out and said that they don't think it's sustainable for the cost of what games actually make. So because Sony has said that they probably won't do us, even though they're probably going to come out with a competitor to Microsoft's Game Pass, because they're already sort of backtracking on their statements. But even they said that we don't think it's a sustainable thing for every developer to jump onto Game Pass and have their game go on Game Pass, because they'll just get drowned out on Game Pass, and then you won't make any money except the money that you make at the initial start.
Yeah, there's a big problem to do all of it, really.
Mm.
Anyway, what was on topics of consoles and stuff? There's been missing PS5s been delivered.
Yeah, people have been getting cat food and other wonderful not PlayStation 5s.
Yeah, so it happened with Amazon, I think it was.
Yeah.
They was shipping out their PS5s to the customers, and people got cat food.
Yeah, some UK customers opened delivery boxes to find unordered items such as kitchen appliances or toys inside instead of the in-demand console. Many feared their console had been stolen in transit, with allegations leveled at delivery staff.
PS5, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. I was wondering what would happen if people started... I'm glad I didn't, because I went through Amazon. I'm glad mine didn't turn out to be a cat food bag or whatever.
You'd be very sad.
People were getting air fryers, dog food, electric grills, or even Himalayan salt lamps. So yeah, it's I'm sorry to anyone who had those.
It sucks to be you.
But yeah, and then I imagine the people who probably did the swapping have your next one.
And as we're, the fourth best emotional support group of the podcast, I support you and I feel your pain, and you will get through your hardship of not having your console.
Don't worry, you can look at mine. It's right next to me. I'll send
I can't see
photos. Well, yeah, because it's over there.
Oh,
No one
okay.
can see where I'm pointing.
No,
No one can see where I'm pointing, but it's over there. Trust me, I have it.
Anything else you want to talk about missing PS5s?
Nah, except scammers and scalpers of reselling them if they got 'em.
So kind of moving on to the next bit is a scalper has come out and stated they have no regrets after they resold 3,500 PS5s.
I mean, I don't blame them. People are desperate for them.
To be fair, they didn't really sell them for much more. They sold them for $550 or £50, sorry.
Yeah, I've seen people who are trying to sell them for like $2,000, grand, 1,500, stuff like stupidly high.
Yeah, but those are kind of like probably more individual as well than massive.
The fun thing I've seen though is the Xbox is always being sold for less than the PlayStation 5 because it's not as in demand.
I think it's just to do with the fact PS4 was more popular than the Xbox.
Yeah, and the PlayStation 5 is much more wanted by people because more people play PlayStation games than Xbox. Not because Xbox is bad or anything, but it's just because Xbox has kind of divided away from actually making console exclusives that people want to play. Because
Yeah,
you can just play them on a PC, so why would you buy it on a console? So
yeah. But it's not too bad. They also claimed that it was only to put food on the table for their families.
yes, I'll sell for 100 and something quid more and get 3,000 PlayStation 5s sold and make 3,000 grand or whatever it is. I'm
That's
not
not
good with
3,000
maths.
grand.
I'm not good with
That's
cash.
350,000.
There you go. Maths is not my strong suit at 11:40 in the afternoon, evening, midnight.
Maybe
Day.
that's what we should have done. Just invent a bot to buy 3,500 PS5s and just sell them for £100 each.
Well, I was tempted to sell mine, but then I realized, no, I don't want to do that because I'm
I
not a
want my
cunt.
PS5.
Yeah, I want my PlayStation 5. I'd be very disappointed if I sold my PlayStation 5. I'd probably get scammed on eBay and someone would try and pay me money.
Someone tried to give me 600 quid for it, and then
Yeah.
just get...
Have you seen people getting punched and stabbed when they try and pick them up?
That is a bit mental.
Yeah, because like people are getting real pissed that people are trying to upscale them on the pricing. So when people are meeting, people are trying to meet in front of PlayStations and stuff because then they don't get the worry of being stabbed. And if they do get stabbed, they're not getting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, people are beating up people who are trying to resell them, and people have tracked down like resellers and found their houses because they list them to try and find them. So people are listing to find meet up in different locations so their houses don't get found out.
That's just bad.
I mean, you kind of deserve it for trying to profit off of people's demand.
Yeah. I mean, everything's out of stock. Like GPUs, CPUs.
Yeah,
Motherboards
apparently the
starting to go out of stock.
PlayStation and stuff aren't coming. Like, there's no more stock till next year.
Well, I heard it's to do with Brexit.
I
Are they?
imagine.
Because they
Everything's fucking to do
There's
with
like there's
Brexit.
some sort of like importing rules, so they can't import it now.
Well, yeah,
until
our
31st
import
December.
tax has gone up because we're not a part of the EU, so anything getting shipped from the EU can't come through our borders without other stuff.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure all of this like computer parts all come through the EU.
Well, they're not shipping them by boat anymore because they couldn't because they needed to get things quickly, so they're shipping them by plane, which is more expensive.
Yeah.
Because there's less storage space, and they have to ship it on a load of planes, and planes cost more money than shipping. But shipping takes like 6 weeks to actually get from the manufacturing departments to where we are.
Yeah.
So,
But that's only the sub problem in the UK. Of course, there's a global shortage of it.
yeah.
I think the
If only people wanted a vaccine as much as they wanted a PlayStation 5, we'd all be good.
Yeah. There's the AMD cards. There's third-party ones got released this week,
Mhm.
and one website said they had one in stock.
Nice.
They managed to get one from the manufacturers, and they were like, "Do you know what? There's no point selling it."
No, I'll keep it. I'll put it on my PC.
I think another one managed to get. Like
We'll use it to
100.
run our servers because our website keeps crashing.
Yeah, those people just can't get hold of them. And
Nah.
it's the same for the PS5.
It's been
the
a
same for all
bad
of it.
year for tech in terms of actually being able to get stuff.
So wait until next year, then hopefully next year.
Wait for
Things
next
will
year
be
and they'll
sorted
drop
out.
the price anyway, and they'll bring out a new one that's smaller and slimmer and
Yeah, but
Better
3
looking.
years probably.
yeah. I mean, I know people who have. I think that the FOMO thing, the fear of missing out. I think
Yeah.
that's causing a lot of this demand because I know people who were like completely disinterested and then they've completely switched. They've completely gone, I must have it now because other people have it. And I've kind of been throwing flames to that fire.
What have you been doing?
I've just been going, oh, look how nice and shiny mine is.
It's like, are you jealous yet?
Yeah. Like, I like stoking the fires because it's kind of like, well, I tried to warn you. I was like, they're going to sell out and you got to go for it. And you got to spend 15 minutes refreshing Amazon whilst the servers all crash the site. And then you got to sit there going, dun 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 dun. And then boom. You
Yeah.
put it in your basket, and then it works.
Do you know what? I haven't actually got that. I'm just there like, yeah, I've got one.
Yeah, but you're a PC boy, so you
No,
have
but
the
I was going to
superiority.
get a new GPU though.
Yeah, I guess GPUs aren't as interesting because you already have a GPU and your stuff works. And
I
then
mean,
you go,
it works, quotation mark.
mm.
I have got one port that's broken on my graphics card. And I have to run all my games at lower settings.
But I mean, you probably, like, for PCs, you interchange stuff a lot more frequently, so you're not as fussed. Because I imagine PC people are, like, more frequent upgrades, because I know people who upgrade every year to just get the latest shit, and I'm just like, console people have waited 7 years to get a new console. So
I think
there's a
it
bit
sort of
more...
depends on what kind of person you are. If you're the type of person who kind of just buys the mid-range stuff each year, you will end up buying it a lot quicker. But if you buy like the top-end stuff, it'll last for a lot longer.
Yeah.
So like people are still running on 1060s because they're very good cards.
But yeah, I think most people bought a PlayStation 4 and then went, oh, this will last me 7 years. And then 7 years goes by, and then the new one's out. Oh shit, I can't get the new one unless I proper fucking dig for it. And then you go, but I must have it because I've got 7-year-old tech and I need this new thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking modem and it's white and ugly and people hate it because it's white and ugly. But I kind of like it. It's still not
I
the
like the
best.
design of it. It's a cool design.
I still think it would look better if it was just solid black and didn't
It
have
would.
the white.
It looks so much better if it was black. I don't know why they went with the white design.
I think they just wanted to make it stand out, and it kind of hinders it if they just made
No,
it.
it should be
I
black.
think if they made it black from start and then brought out white side panels, people wouldn't hate it as much. But if it's because it's white and it's black in the middle, I think that's why people hate it.
Yeah, every mock-up of the I see with black side panels on it, yes, that looks a lot better.
Yeah. Every like fan designed one, I'm like, yes, please. And then they shut down the people who are making black side panels, and I imagine that's because Sony's going to bring out their own, and I'm going to stupidly buy them because I want to make them.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, we've been talking about PS5s for a very long time right now.
Let's
So
talk about phones.
Let's talk about phones. That's not on the
Phones or
list.
laptops.
Laptops. So
It
first
ties
week,
into phones.
First week we had the LG wearable phone.
Yep.
Then last week we had the Oppo wearable phone,
Or Oppo.
or Oppo if you're from I don't know from a random country that say Oppo. And then
We
this
say
week,
it as well.
LG have got a rollable laptop. So this sort of design is like a square tube, and then the top of it you can pull up a screen, and then the bottom of it you can pull out a keyboard.
Like a suitcase.
It's not like a suitcase. It's like a very thin cuboid.
Okay, you need to send me a picture because you haven't left a link in the.
I haven't left a link. I'm very useless at that.
Yeah, I put links when we have a nice little Google Doc that we have all our stuff and topics on, and I leave lovely little Google like links to the websites and the pages that we use to check up on all these facts. Dan just puts headlines and doesn't
Yeah, there you
put
go.
anything in.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't know what You've got to be able to describe this shit in your shit. A cube that you pull out
It's
a
a cuboid.
Cuboid.
So
Ooh,
imagine
that's so much
sort of
more
a
descriptive.
15-inch laptop
Mm-hmm.
with, and then
Everyone,
say,
close your eyes and imagine. Dan's going to do an in-depth description.
and then
Everyone
on
close.
the cross-sectional area is a inch wide each side.
Oh, yes, I can see it now.
So it's a
Clearly in
15-inch
my mind.
A 15-inch cuboid and then an inch square cuboid, so an inch square cube on
I
the
need to
cross-sectional
Google
area.
cuboid.
You know what a cuboid is, don't you?
Not from memory. Oh, okay. It's a rectangle with extra sides.
So rectangle extra sides. That is the most accurate description I think I've ever heard.
There we go.
Anyway, it's like a projector screen. You can roll it up,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
and then the keyboard kind of rolls outwards. It's kind of a very weird design. And I
You've
don't
seen
know how
those
useful it would
projector
be.
keyboards where they have like a little thing and it just
I have
projects
seen them,
onto the
and they're very
desk.
cool. But I also think they're very.
They don't
useless.
work. They don't look like they work.
I have seen them somewhat work. Some of them do work.
I think it's because the angle's so weird. I think if you had an above head projector that shot down, it would work better. But then you have the problem of your hands getting in the way.
It'd just be better if you had something underneath.
I think
Or
if
just have
they
a massive touchscreen desk. How much
I
cooler
think
would that
touchscreen desks would be better.
be? I want that now. Can I have a touchscreen desk?
No, I mean they do them.
That'd be so cool.
I saw. Oh, there was a thing that I saw recently, which is a desk that plays all of your like board games, and it's specifically designed to play board games. So like the Monopoly app on PlayStation and stuff. That's thing. So it's a digital board game, but they made an actual board table that's got an inbuilt display and stuff, and it's got like controllers and things, so you can pull them out and you can play the game on like a top-down view of the board game. So you have just every board game that you could ever play, and they partnered with like Hasbro to get some games on there. It looks stupid as fuck, and I don't know why people would want it, because it's just a big old desk that you have to play digital games. So you have a big old TV, and you could just play them on that.
I mean, it makes sense. Just you're paying like £400-500 for your TV. In your case, £2,000.
2.5. But,
£2,500 for a TV.
Oh, I did check to see if I'd made a horrible mistake buying it before Black Friday. I haven't. It's the exact same price.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So just in case anyone was like, "Oh, why'd you buy it before?" And I was just like, one, I didn't think about it, and two, I was fine because they kept the same price.
How upset would you have been?
Yeah, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, well, I got it 2.5, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks early.
Did they have the exclusivity?
Yeah, I paid extra to get it now. Because I'm a now kind of... Why do you think I bought a PlayStation 5? Because I wanted it now.
Yeah, I must have it now. Must always have the new things now.
I'm Veruca... What's the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory girl?
Yeah, Veruca.
Yeah, Veruca. Veronica? Veruca.
There's Veruca.
Yeah, Veruca. I haven't watched that film in years. It's a terrible... Which one's the terrible one? Both are terrible.
They're both terrible. The old one and the new one. Which one do you want about?
Yeah, both are terrible. Yeah, but both are terrible. I think which one? The one where she becomes a plum. Is that the new one?
That's not Veruca.
Oh no, that's the one who gets eaten by squirrels.
Yeah.
Or the goose.
Yeah,
Goose. Goose is in the old one. Squirrels in the new one. Do you know they actually train those squirrels? Because they didn't CGI them. They're actually one. It's a squirrel, and it's just trained to put the nuts into, crack the nut, and then throw the thing. They actually train the squirrels.
Random side note, I saw a video of a drunk squirrel today. I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, I saw a really fun video that I wanted to tell people about. Do you know, because it's Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, every American ever.
Happy Thanksgiving. I have no idea what to do with, but okay. Go on.
Yeah, but it's a video of why you shouldn't deep fry a turkey. And basically, if you put a turkey in a deep fryer, it explodes.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah, it's really weird. I never knew that. I was just like, why does it explode? Because it's just greasy and covered in it's just grease fire. So, yeah. And apparently a lot of Americans are stupid enough to put a turkey in a grease fire, like a grease
Why would you do that anyway?
Because they want to cook
greasy. Why'd you make it more greasy?
Because they want to cook it fast.
But no, that's not how it works.
I know, but people think it is. Also, they want to deep fry it, so it's like...
You need to slow cook meat.
Yeah, I know. Dan, this is the culture that brought you, like, diabetes.
Welcome, United States of America, people.
Welcome, fan base from America. We love and respect you.
Yes.
Your country is finally starting to move in the right direction.
Yes. Everyone get vaccinated, please.
Okay. Yeah, unless you're religiously opposed, and then you can go die in a hole.
Okay.
Leave it in. Leave it
in. Talking about strange things in America, there was a strange monolith that was found in Utah.
Yeah, this was just a nice thing. Apparently, it's been there for like 5 years.
Yeah, it's actually it's on Google Maps. You can find it.
Yeah, someone on Reddit, I think, just completely found the location of it using like geo-guessing knowledge, and just went, well, I'm looking for this rock, looking in this area, looking at this radius from where a helicopter can go and land and fly in a
I think at that point it's a bit mad.
Oh, he literally states, I am insane. He literally states at the end, he's like, yes, I know I'm insane. This level of detail. And then he finds it on like Google Maps. And then it's like, oh yeah, people have already found this.
Yeah.
Because people had already been taking photos of it. And it's just in the middle of nowhere. And it's just in a desert in Utah.
I think one of the funny things is like there was an image of sort of the Neanderthals crowding around that strange monolith,
Mm.
and then this is exactly that situation.
Well, it's funny because the people who found it, like, there's a picture of one of the dudes standing on the other dude's shoulders to look at the top to see if you can see inside the top. And it's just two men standing on each other's shoulders next to a monolith, and it's just like. But yeah, apparently it's nothing to do with aliens, and unfortunately, it's just an art installation that. Do you know there's like really random art installations around the world? There's one that
Did not know that. I thought it was to do with a set of a movie.
Well, no one knows what it is, but it's most likely an art installation because there's really weird art things. There's apparently a swimming pool in the middle of a desert, and if you go find it, it's got like you can push a button and the cover comes off, and there's just a pool.
Oh.
And you can just go swimming in the middle of the desert. Like imagine that you're in the middle of the desert and you're just like, is that a mirage? And you walk past it because you think it's a mirage. And it's like your only source of drinking water. And it's just a pool. And there's another one where I think it's a bunch of speakers and it just plays I think Africa by Toto. And there's another one, but it's just playing that constantly because it uses solar panels and it's just a bunch of speakers. So if you ever go through a desert and you can find it, I think it's just a bunch of speakers on like plimps and stuff, just playing Africa by Toto constantly. No, I think it's Darude Sandstorm actually.
Oh, so that's good.
Yeah, I think I got the wrong meme song.
There's 2 meme songs. Too many. There's so many meme songs.
Yeah. Also, apparently Red Dead Redemption Online is being separated from Red Dead Redemption. Just completely spearheaded in a different direction.
I know, I was like, okay, we just talk about this now. We're not going to do like a proper like intro to this. We're just going to do it really low-key.
I was expecting we to talk about it before the PlayStation or around the PlayStation, and then we just kind of went on to a Monolith, so I was just like, well, let's just go. And then let's go back to the Monolith. The Monolith is cool.
That's random, they would.
But yeah, I just think this Monolith's kind of fun. Because it's just like, well, yeah, it's 2020. What else? Yeah, Monolith. Yep, tick that off the bingo card.
It just kind of reminded me of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know why. Because got monoliths in there.
I need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. again.
And season 6 is 3 monoliths.
Well, apparently 7 is streaming on Disney Plus now.
Is it? 6 is?
7's getting episodes, I think, because I saw that.
I need to have a look at this right now.
Let me have a
Very
check.
professional. We're having a look at Disney Plus while we're recording a podcast.
Yep.
What do you expect? You've been this is our last one, surely.
Yeah, we're professionals. We're rated number 4 podcast on whatever emotional podcast.
Yeah,
thing.
emotional podcast.
Yeah, season 7. It's got 4 episodes out.
Oh, I need to watch it.
Yeah, they're doing week to week, I think.
Week to week. The thing's bloody finished.
Yeah, but they like.
Is it on Prime?
Probably, but you have to pay for it.
Oh, right. Well, normally you get 1 to 6 free on Prime.
I don't know.
So that's why I wanted to have a quick look.
Well, you can do that now. Inform our viewers. I'm talking about the Monolith.
What's it called
that
again?
Monolith. It's
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow, you already forget. That's how much it holds your interest. You're like, what are we talking about?
I think it's gone off. It's not on Prime Video anymore.
Yeah, they probably took it off because it's on Disney now.
Yeah, so you can't actually watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. That's sad. Disney Plus it is.
Well, apparently America's got New Mutants on Amazon, but it's in America, so it's region locked. But we have to wait till like December. VPN? Yeah, but Amazon hates VPNs for whatever reason, or it hates my VPN. And it always goes, oh, you can't watch stuff because you're using a VPN. And I know how to stop it from doing that, but I have to clear every single cookie off my computer and then reset my browsers and open it on a different browser and make it so that it doesn't recognize my PC as being from anywhere, and then have to open up the browser in an American server and make it so that it recognizes it as an American server. And then I have to log into my Amazon account, which they know is a UK account. So they just go, well, your UK account is... So I'm just like, oh, fuck, it's not worth it. I'll just wait until it comes out, and we'll then do an episode on our big one where we... One day we'll get to watch The New Mutants, that film that got delayed so many times and is terrible, apparently.
One day.
It
is the lifelong dream.
We'll do a big one episode, and then bam, million views.
The final topic on our list was Cyberpunk has leaked gameplay.
Yeah. Apparently some kids got a hold of it and streamed like 20 minutes of gameplay on Twitch before they got DMC Day takedown, and they sort of panicked and stopped playing because they were like bragging, "Oh my god, we got this game," and it's like, cool.
It's coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently a bunch of PS4 copies are out in the wild, so you can actually get it.
I'm looking forward to it, actually. I mean, I kind of want to finish Watch Dogs first.
Well, you haven't played any of Watch Dogs, so
I have played
clearly
it.
if you get Cyberpunk, you're going to go, "Oh, this is pretty good," and then never play it again from the look of Watch Dogs.
It's fine. I'm on holiday from next Friday. So
I would like to give it a go, but I don't know if I want to pay for it.
Not a
I'll just do what these kids did and steal it.
Not 70 quid's worth. Do you want to borrow my Steam? Was it on Steam? I don't know actually what it's on. Is it on Steam or was it on Epic?
It'll be Steam, I think.
And
Epic. I think it's on both. I don't think they've locked it.
So everything's on Epic. I don't know how Epic's got that big.
Because they have a lot of money from Fortnite. And they own the engine, so they basically give developers an incentive. Because it's like, if you use our engine and you go on our platform, you get a better percentage of the money that comes off your game. Like Epic.
A quick sidetrack that I just found out just now. Among Us have released a sneak peek of their new map.
Oh yeah, it's inspired by the Henry Stickmin games, I think.
Yes.
Games from my childhood where it's like a bank heist and you go and click and then it gives you funny options every time.
In fact,
I have the game because the complete collection came out and I bought it, and I'm planning on playing it for my channel, but then I realized everyone else in the world's already played it, so I won't get any views.
Oh no.
But yeah, I will eventually do that. I just need time. Time.
That's all we need.
Yep. And it's about time.
Yep. It's about time we finish the podcast.
Yes. I didn't know if you wanted to do another topic. And
No.
Oh, no, we don't have another topic for today.
We're done.
We have a big one, but we'll record that later.
The big one's going to be recorded tomorrow, but you'll find out on Friday.
Yes.
So
look forward to Friday and look forward to today.
Well, thank you for listening.
To this.
Check out our last podcast of the big one. We talked about the best superpower.
Yep, and it's a very controversial one because I'm right and Dan's wrong.
Sure.
Cast your votes in the comments below.
Feel free to email us any comments or any questions on at tfepod@gmail.com. We would love to hear some feedback from all of you.
Yep, give us some questions, give us some topics that you want to see on the big one, give us some topics that you want to see in the fucking weekly news stuff.
Yeah, and we need help.
Interact
we're kind of
with
running
us.
out of ideas already.
No, I have some ideas, but I don't know how to execute them.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
This is sort of a list
with our schedule, we're both very busy, and we both don't have a lot of time to actually do stuff. So that's why we split it again via our update. And we just kind of need... once after the new year, I'll have some more time, so I'll be able to do some more stuff. Hopefully. Like, I struggle to get the episode out, so please appreciate it.
Check me out at Well It's About Time. I promise I will start streaming in December.
If you want someone to stream with you, just let me know and I'll stream, and then we can plug my Twitch at Frankenstein. Boom, subtle plug. Boom, subtle plug.
Done.
Also, Frankenstein at Twitch. Frankenstein Gaming on YouTube, Frankenstein everywhere pretty much. I've picked a name and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know, it's a pun on my last name because my name is Daniel Frankum, and then it's a Frankenstein joke.
It only gets funnier when you explain it.
Yeah, it only gets funnier when I explain it, and it only gets funnier when Google autocorrects it to Frankenstein because they don't like the spelling.
We will force Google.
And also, yeah, if we get this podcast big enough, I want Google to force Frankenstein to overtake Frankenstein. Because who the fuck's Googling Frankenstein anymore? That book's over however many years old now. Like,
yeah, it's not like people doing history reports on it at all.
And it's not like every year a certain event comes around where a certain bunch of monsters and stuff get re-evaluated into the current ecosystem of the year.
The thing is, that event is 100 a year. Our podcast is now 104 times a year.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's 100 and something because we take 2 weeks.
It's exactly 100 episodes long a year.
And not this year, because we started halfway through the year.
And not this year, because we're still newbies to all this.
Yes. So at some stage we'll be 100 episodes, but it won't be a year.
Yeah.
Also because we will technically have the 4 episodes that I did on my own added, plus the back catalogue of the episodes that aren't split into 2. So it will eventually come to 100 episodes, but it won't have been a year.
Yeah. Basically, by this time next year, we'll have at least 100 episodes.
Unless we die in a horrible car accident.
Let's not talk about that. We're trying to be happy around here because we're the emotional support podcast, clearly.
And what better way to support people than telling them to come back next week to hear our midlife crises, even though we're in our mid-20s or early 20s.
Mid-20s? You're thinking I'm old.
No, I know you're younger than me. That's the thing. And I'm like, I'm in my mid-20s and I'm not even in my mid-20s. I'm 22 and I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm in my mid-20s. I know. I feel like I'm in my mid-20s. I'm fucking dying over here. Come back.
Thank you for listening. And we'll catch you next time.
Please come back. We need support. We need your emotional support. Peace out, y'all.